You have Hollywood royalty washing the dirtiest of laundry in public, videoing each other, one to say, oh, you can use this with your therapist, catching evidence. I mean, it's just...
It wasn't a healthy relationship.
Horrendous.
Johnny Depp may believe he has handed Amber Heard all the documentation he is required to in the former couple's multi-million-dollar defamation battles, but the Aquaman star is now going fishing in some very deep seas.
This is where it gets really, really disturbing. So she says that during a trip to Australia, that he was so drunk that he threw things at her, he kicked her, he pushed a chair at her on a plane, and then he passed out in the toilet.
Do you think that his career will ever recover from this?
I think Hollywood loves a comeback story. I also think that anytime you have allegations, especially in this post-Me Too era, it's very hard to have a comeback.
Johnny Depp reveals Disney apology as media stunt. In subpoenas submitted today, Heard wants to know what the Los Angeles Police Department and Walt Disney Motion Picture Group have on the ex-Pirates of the Caribbean actor.
Herself was arrested for domestic violence a few years back with her partner.
Somehow this thing got completely buried.
It is information that she and her Virginia attorney want produced in the coming weeks.
Any comments? Nothing.
Fighting the good fight.
In fact, in the case of Disney, Heard and her Charleston Bredehoft, Cohen and Brown PC lawyers want not just paperwork on what really was going on with Depp during the filming, including shooting and reshooting on the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, they are also pressing for a February 18th virtual deposition from Disney on the matter.
Your ex-husband recently said, this is not true, that this didn't happen, so the fight continues, goes on.
I can't speak about that.
The documentation that Team Heard desires from Disney in the $50 million defamation suit and the actress's $100 million counterclaims casts its net pretty wide. Already in another Discovery skirmish in the long war between the Rum Diary co-stars, Heard wants all information relating to documents and communications of any nature on Depp and incidents of drug or alcohol use, including suspected drug or alcohol use. As well, they are seeking details about any delays or tardiness caused by Mr. Depp, any incidents of violence or abuse by Mr. Depp, any info on impute the actor had or hiring, casting, and disagreements with the writers, directors, or producers with the filming, editing, and or release of Pirates 5. Amber Heard. To twist the knife a little more and deepen the possible public spectacle, Heard's lawyers also want all information relating to all documents and communications of any nature between Disney and Mr. Depp from January 1st, 2018 through the present. A Disney spokesperson told Deadline today that the company has not seen the subpoena. The lowest grossing of any of the Captain Jack Sparrow franchise films in the US, Dead Men Tell No Tales, came out in May 2017 after what was seemingly a series of disruptive production issues. At one point, the entire Australia shoot came to a grinding halt and cost Disney millions as Depp had to be flown stateside for surgery. The actor had sliced off the tip of one of his fingers in what was reportedly an intoxicating substance-fueled altercation with Heard. Depp sued Heard in Virginia State Court for $50 million in March of 2019 after she wrote a Washington Post op-ed about being a victim of domestic abuse. The December 2018 piece never actually named Depp, but the already fairly litigious actor alleged it damaged his rep and cost him a gig in Disney's planned Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. The filed paperwork went on to say that in fact it was Depp who was the real victim in the couple's short-lived marriage that ended in full public view in 2016. Miss Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator, it read in part. After several unsuccessful attempts to get the matter tossed, Heard countersued for $100 million last summer. Recently, Depp has come up short himself in trying to get the countersuit dismissed. In November last year, he also lost his high-profile libel case in Britain against Rupert Murdoch's The Sun for calling him a wife-beater. Additionally, in a subpoena of its filed Tuesday, the LAPD has been asked to deliver body cam footage from 2 officers and all documents and communications of any nature generated, sent, or received relating to the 911 calls relating to the Eastern Columbia building on May 21st, 2016 relating to Miss Heard. referring to the pivotal and contested incident that led to calls for a restraining order and Depp and Heard's divorce soon afterwards. The wide-ranging subpoena goes on to say that this includes all internal and external reports, communications, and other documents. In maybe the most telling of both subpoena's aims, the request of the LAPD also wants all documents and communications of any nature with Mr. Depp and or any of Mr. Depp's agents, attorneys, or others acting on his behalf from May 21, 2016 through the present. Heard's lawyers have set a February 8 deadline for the City of Angels cops to produce the material. Following the ping-pong tactics both sides have deployed repeatedly in the Virginia case, today's subpoenas fly out of another motion on documents from Depp to Heard, which is set for a January 15th hearing. Seeking a new libel trial on the other side of the Atlantic and having failed to get the Old Dominion's anti-SLAPP utilized in his favor, Depp wants to roadblock Heard from digging for demands for more details as the matter heads towards a trial start later this year. Defendant's motion is an inexcusable abuse of the discovery process and is littered with false representations to the court. Depp's January 8 filed opposition reads, Ms. Heard certified that she had met and conferred in good faith. That is false. Ms. Heard claims that Mr. Depp refused to provide full production or supplemental responses is also fake. The paperwork from Brown Rusnick's LLP's Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez continues. Ms. Heard asserts that Mr. Depp has refused to comply with this court's orders and failed to produce documents. False as well. In short, Ms. Heard continues to burden this court with frivolous, unnecessary motions that violate the rules of the Virginia Supreme Court. Mr. Depp respectfully requests that the court deny Ms. Heard's latest motion and sanction her. Enough is enough. Otherwise, shining a new harsh spotlight on Heard's long-held insistence, in and out of court, that she donated the $7 million settlement she received in 2017 in their divorce to the ACLU and LA's Children's Hospital. Depp scored a PR win at the very least recently. Heard's Virginia lawyer Elaine Bredehoft admitted on January 7th that her client has already been responsible for 7 figures in donations to charitable causes and intends to continue to contribute and eventually fulfill her pledge. Whether that has any effect in either the US or the UK, today's subpoenas certainly will cause ripples at the very least at LAPD HQ and at Disney's Burbank corporate hub. On another level, Team Depp made sure to give themselves a side door in the demands. Of course, no litigant can ever completely rule out the possibility that additional responsive documents might be discovered at a later date, and Mr. Depp appropriately reserves his right to produce after discovered documents, says the opposition to Heard's motion in the footnotes. Disney is said to have dropped Depp from the Pirates franchise just 4 days after Heard's incendiary 2018 op-ed in the same publication, in which she claimed, without naming Depp, that she was the victim of domestic violence. Depp's lawyers claim that the actor's removal from the multi-billion-dollar grossing franchise was because of her allegations. In 2018, Disney production chief Sean Bailey confirmed that Depp was no longer a part of the franchise's future plans. He told The Hollywood Reporter, "We want to bring in a new energy and vitality. I love the Pirates movies, but part of the reason writers Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese are so interested is that we want to give it a kick in the pants, and that's what I've tasked them with." Previously, the original Pirates film screenwriter Stuart Beattie had confirmed that the studio was looking to reboot the series. "I think he's had a great run," he told Daily Mail TV. Obviously, he's made that character his own, and it's become the thing that he's most famous for now. It's been great for him, and it's been great for us. There's that saying, don't frown because it's over, smile because it happened. The fact that they're rebooting something that you did means that you did something that was worth rebooting. It's an honor. Another reason for his removal could be the fact that Disney couldn't afford him anymore. According to Forbes, Depp's salary, including a healthy profit percentage, reaches close to $100 million per Pirates film. That's almost Rs 700 crore. But the last entry posted unremarkable box office numbers. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, the series' 5th film registered a box office haul of almost $800 million, well below the over $1 billion total of the franchise's 2nd and 4th films, and the $963 million haul of the 3rd one. Disney is looking to save $90 million by recasting Depp.